Good.
Good morning. Morning, Anthony. Good morning, Radel, and good morning, those on YouTube. Welcome to Drive Time Bible Study here on Waves 96.3 FM, coming from Jacks River,
Mm,
all right,
mm,
in St. Mary, Jamaica. We have a wonderful program lined up for you this morning. Let me hope you stay tuned and participate as much as you can. Uh, we hope to have a good one for you. I'm just trying to multitask. I don't know how well it's working for me. But all right, Anthony, it's good to be alive. It's good to be
definitely.
in the land of the living. Another another day. All right, we're gonna go right into the program.
Mhm.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. Thank you for another opportunity where we can share with your people truth, what's happening in the world, and how we need to be aware and be prepared for your second return. Please be our guide throughout this program, be our inspiration, and may all be edified. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
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 All right. We're looking this morning, you know, just as we can, as at the digital society.
Mhm.
It says, um, you know, this slavery 2.0,
Mhm.
mark of the beast system. You know, we're gonna see how we can best navigate that.
Mhm.
Um, I'm trying to share, Anthony. Not
Mhm.
working out that time.
Uh,
All right. Yeah. So we'll be looking at that this morning. It's interesting. Some things that are happening.
mhm.
Uh, we see this whole thing about tokenization coming to the forefront lately, and one may wonder what exactly is tokenization. Um, we also see, well, there is still this whole virus thingy, floating around, and one may wonder, how exactly do we account for this? Where do you place this in the whole scheme of things? Um, yeah, where do you put it in the whole scheme of things? So we'll be trying to put the pieces together
Mhm.
as we seek to proceed this morning. Uh, yes, Anthony, it's not working for me, but it shall
No, no
work.
worries, man. No worries, man. Yeah.
All right, let's look at a passage of scripture as we still seek to get some things together. We're looking at Genesis 47. So we are Genesis Genesis 47. All right, I'm trying once more. Genesis 47. We're looking at the time of Joseph in Egypt.
Mhm.
Joseph being prime minister of Egypt. Verse 20.
Verse 13 to
Oh,
verse.
looking from verse 13 to verse
Mm,
20.
because we need to understand that what is taking place in our world today it's not new.
Yeah,
A lot of people think that you know the world is heading into a technological age
yeah,
that would have all the previous era before. But it is so amazing that the Bible is so true. It says there is nothing new under the sun, and so what we are seeing now taking place, even though it is being sold to us as technological advancement and modernization,
Mhm.
um, it you know what they are implementing was done to other societies prior to us.
You just copy
And
and paste.
yeah, copy and paste. And it was done with such remarkable success
Mhm.
that I think they are using the same method
Yeah, yeah.
of um, of dealing with this society. So Genesis 47.
Genesis 47, verse 13.
Mhm.
We're going to maybe verse 20. And it says, "And there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread,
Mhm.
for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for cattle, if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for asses. And he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, We will not hide it from my lord, how that our money is spent. My lord also hath our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my lord, but our bodies and our lands. Our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh. And give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's. Interesting. I notice verse 20
The
that
land,
the land became Pharaoh's
yeah,
eventually, but the land belonged to the people.
yeah. It
No,
well originally it belonged
yeah, but
uh,
now we are told we are holders are not owners. They
landholders
were
and
owners.
yeah, because maybe they weren't being taxed
Yes.
according to what is happening to us.
Mhm.
But I want us to understand two things that when they took away the cash,
Yeah.
um, well, verse 16 says, And Joseph said, Give your cattle,
Hmm.
and I will give you for your cattle if money fail.
Yeah.
I want you to understand that this whole notion of control,
Yeah.
control over the people, control over their assets, was as a result of the failure of money.
Hmm.
Now, tangible money.
Yeah.
Think about it. So when their cash was dried up, so you would have spent all your cash to buy food,
Yeah.
and so when the cash went into Pharaoh, it was not circulated among them. So it's as if in our society today, there is a monetary policy
Yeah.
to reduce the supply of money. So once the money goes back to the central bank,
Hmm.
they held on to it. Wonder if you see what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
So the money went back to Pharaoh
Mm.
in terms of so Pharaoh did not fiscal policy. So let's talk some economics this morning.
Yes.
All right. So the central bank is responsible for the monetary policy.
Yeah.
So they decide on the supply of money. And so there was a strategy by Pharaoh to own all the assets
Mm-hmm.
of Egypt. Um, the maxim
It was
that
Joseph's idea.
yeah, but the maxim is that you don't let a good crisis go to waste.
Yes. Yes.
Wonder if it's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
if you turn back, so we go back and come forward, all right?
Yeah.
If you turn back to Genesis 41,
Mhm.
we'll see the crisis.
Yeah.
No, this was a crisis that so it wasn't Pharaoh's idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. It was just a crisis, and then we see the maxim coming to the fore. Don't let a good crisis
Go to it.
come to waste. All right. So Genesis 41 and verse 1, and it came to pass at the end of 2 full year. Um, what is now?
Genesis 41.
Yeah, Genesis 41 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
So cream, that fear of cream, CREAMED.
No, that sounds
That doesn't sound right.
fully
That's true.
okay.
Oh, dream. Sorry.
Dream. Okay,
It's
yes.
D. It's a D. Okay. Oh man, this not look. My Bible now go and go there.
Is that the
All right.
crusade?
Yeah, that may I say. And it came to pass at the end of 2 full year
Yeah.
that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river,
Mm-hmm.
and behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kin, and fat flesh,
Yeah.
and they fed in a meadow.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, 7 other kin came up after them out of the river, ill favored and lean flesh, and stood by the other kin
Yeah.
on the brink of the river.
Mm-hmm.
And the ill favored and lean flesh kin did eat up the 7 well favored and fat kin.
Yeah.
So Pharaoh awoke. So Pharaoh was dreaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And verse 5 says, and he slept and dreamed the second time. And behold, 7 ears of corn came up upon one stalk,
Mm-hmm.
ranked and good. Verse 6 says, and behold, 7 thin ear with half, and the 7th thin ear devoured the 7 ranked and full ear. And Pharaoh awoke, and behold, it was a dream. Man, a nightmare. Verse 8 says, and it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled, and he sent and called all his magicians, all the magicians of Egypt, and the wise men. And Pharaoh told them his dream, but there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh.
Yeah.
So this was the crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Pharaoh dream a dream, his spirit was troubled. Because Pharaoh knows said that dream I just now it not go walk that way because things it not normal. So there was a crisis.
Yeah.
And then stepped in Joseph. And Joseph was able to interpret the dream. Now I think the interpretation of the dream just to cut it short.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph said that Egypt is going to go through a period. They're going to have 7 years of plenty,
Yeah.
and then they're going to have 7 years of famine.
Yes.
Did I highlight famine?
Yeah,
So 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. So Pharaoh instructed Joseph to put plans in place to mitigate against any repercussion
Yeah.
of the famine that would ensue. And this is it. So the crisis was the dream, the information came,
Yeah.
and then they took advantage of the crisis. So we are seeing the result of taking advantage of a crisis in chapter 47,
Yeah.
verse 13 to 20. So verse 16 says that, and Joseph, chapter 47 of Genesis,
Yeah.
verse 16, and Joseph said, give your cattle and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses and for flocks
I mean,
and
cash
for
fears.
herd and for asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. So give him all of your livestock and him feed you for 1 year.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the end of the year, verse 18 says, and when the year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent.
Mm-hmm.
My Lord also has our herd of cattle. There is not enough left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our land. I was talking about economics, right?
Yes.
I was talking about the central bank and the monetary policy. So the central bank of Egypt at the time
Mm-hmm.
decided that they were going to reduce the supply of money. So once the money came into the central bank, there was none going back out.
Yeah.
All right. So the government now is in charge of the fiscal policy. So they look at infrastructure, capital expenditure.
Yes.
So if they had built some roads and so on, then you'd have money circulating again, because then the people would be able to give their labor.
Yeah.
They would collect money, and so they would be able to go back to Joseph and say, "Sell me food."
Mm-hmm.
No, so
Mm-hmm.
but there was a strategy based on the crisis.
Welcome, Debbie. Yes.
You're
Yes.
welcome. There was a strategy based on the crisis.
Mm-hmm.
So even though Pharaoh had the dream, it was 'cause it's significant, It was a dream that God allowed Pharaoh to have, and Joseph was strategically placed. God's servant Joseph,
Yes.
in
Yes.
order to interpret the dream.
Mm-hmm.
So they came up with a strategy, and it was brilliant because now they realized that there is going to be a crisis, and so they took money out of the land. And so when the people did not have any money, so they had to now surrender all their assets.
Yes.
So first
Yes.
they gave, the asset that was easily liquidated for cash, which is the cows and the whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came now to the point where it's so it wicked because the fear and the man them decides that we not do nothing so that the people them can get money, for that year or the 2 year or the 7 year, because we're gonna take everything, everybody are gonna turn slave. You see?
They're more evil than.
All right, so we say
Let's not compare them.
right. so so cash fail,
Welcome to the yes.
physical money fail, right?
Mm-hmm.
When physical money fail now, then Pharaoh had the upper hand to decide who won what.
Yeah.
And so notice now in verse 18, they gave Pharaoh their own bodies and their land.
That's all
Yeah.
like all that was left.
All that was left was their bodies and their land.
Yeah. Yeah.
So think about it now. Are we in a situation where physical cash is about to be extinct? Is about to extinct. So when cash fail, who going to feed us?
Pharaoh.
Eh?
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh go feed we.
Yeah.
But we have to go give him the bodies and the land.
That is it.
When
But
you
we have to live.
think about the strategy that is being put in place, you notice that Elon Musk came out the other day and he says that all right, so at the World Economic Forum in
Mhm.
January this year, this is 2026,
Yeah.
January 2026 at Davos, Elon Musk says that listen, we're going to have so many robots
Mhm.
and AI driven technology that work is going to be an option. So people will not work because the robots, the AI system is going to work on behalf of the people. If you are not working and earning, how you going to sustain yourself? So he mentioned that there's going to be a universal basic
Basic
income.
income. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Who is going to give you that money or that digital whatever they call it? Because cash is going to fail.
Yeah.
It means that just like fear, so the playbook is coming back in. So just like fear is now going to demand your bodies and your
The
land.
land.
Are we there yet?
So in that case, because those in Pharaoh's time, they had the resources.
Yeah.
They had the resources.
Mm-hmm.
Hunger came. They gave up all of their resources, including land and their bodies,
Yeah, man. So then
the
go and
bodies of
turn
their
slave.
children.
Yeah.
Cool. But they didn't earn. They were no longer able to earn based on the system that was set up.
Because remember, so the 7 year of lean, or the 7 year the 7 year of plenty, Pharaoh stored up all the food. So
That is it.
all the
So
food,
Pharaoh had it.
all of the food belonged to Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
This is serious, All the food belonged to Pharaoh. Them couldn't plant. Think about it now, man, because it was a famine, meaning you had drought, the seeds were not growing.
Yeah.
As the Bible puts it in Genesis 41, the ear that came up, the corn that came up, they were withered and whatever else. So that means that there was a restriction on planting. Mercy.
No one else stored up, Remember, this was all done for a reason, right? So for the 7 years of plenty, it was Pharaoh who stored, who planted in a massive kind of way and stored. Everybody else planted as normal, right? So when the famine chipped in, their food was depleted in no time because they didn't plant ahead as how Pharaoh did it. So Pharaoh was the one who had it. And throughout the entire period of famine, because the famine lasted 7 years,
Yeah.
right? So there's no way you could have earned during that 7 years. Because your way of earning was, your cattle and your plants and all of that. There's no way that was possible.
Yes.
So Pharaoh was in total control. Now, if this is to be replayed, if that is to be replayed at this time, you would have to find a way to prevent people from working.
You're not prevent them from working, brother. All right,
Yes.
so working is going to be futile.
From earning, yes, based on what Elon Musk said.
Yeah, so welcome, Debbie. Debbie said no digital ID, no food. Cause I just say where I go, cause the money I go feel.
Nothing.
Eh?
No medical help, nothing. No,
But
nothing.
If you all right, so based on the system that is now being implemented, if you are not on your digital system, so remember the digital system is a means of transitioning us now to the new economic system.
Yeah.
Where physical cash is eradicated. So it's a similar situation to Joseph time. So if you had physical cash, then you could have traded. You know what I mean? You could have a trade system going. You could then go to Pharaoh and say, "I have my money." So I'm saying, because there was no restriction on purchase, but it's just that Pharaoh deliberately advantage of the crisis. So once you bring the money to Pharaoh now release it again.
Yeah.
So it means that Pharaoh stop build pyramid. Pharaoh stop build pyramid, Pharaoh stop build house, Pharaoh stop build because if Pharaoh a build, him have to go pay you.
We're gonna benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so cash are go circulate.
Mm-hmm.
So them take out all of the cash, the physical money.
Mm-hmm.
So what we had now was digital. And look what Joseph said.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph said because no money no in the economy anymore. What me want from Uno is all our Uno asset.
Yeah.
So the people had no leverage now to say, no, Joseph, me have cash. Me not give me cattle because me can go milk my cow and sustain my family and whatever else. We can go barter 2 cow for 1 donkey and whatever else. Joseph just took out all of the assets. And so the near cash assets where you could have barter, Joseph take them out first. And then Joseph said, all right, fine, and not even Joseph suggested, the people realize, but me nah have nothing for trade.
Yeah.
Me nah have nothing. And then you could have killed 2 cow and eat. You see how quick Joseph take out them out of the society.
Yeah.
So you can't eat, you have to come back to Pharaoh. And when you come back this time, Joseph did not have to suggest it. The people themselves, listen, we have a body and we have a land. Take it and give it food. What we're going to dead? We're dead for hungry and we have land. Take it. So you see the whole idea of taking cash, physical cash out of the society is very dangerous. Now Debbie is saying that no ID, no food, no medical, no help, no nothing. Because listen, they're saying that if you don't have your digital ID, then you're not part of the society. You can imagine. So if you have no land in Egypt, how you gonna eat? You can't eat. You can't go to Pharaoh because you don't have nothing where you're gonna present your body. So I hope that we are seeing how dangerous this thing is. And then Teddy says Elon Musk also says no phones in 5 years. Well, I don't really 5 years in Teddy. Maybe by next year. That's once the digital ID is fully implemented. The phone thing, you're gonna become your phone. You don't need a physical phone because basically they know what it is, what it needs to communicate. However that is.
So they communicate through you.
Yeah, everything will be robotic. They call it cyborg. They call it the 4th industrial revolution, the merging of man with machine, the Internet of Things. So I mean, we're moving. I tell you. So we are moving to a system where you will not have pure humans anymore. So you'll not be pure human. You'll be.
We've been talking about that for some time.
Yeah, you will be, a merger of man with machine, which takes you out of the realm of the image of God, or the Creator made you. So this is even taking a step further. The bodies and lands of the people. They did not make that merger. They didn't have that total control because persons had the ability to think for themselves. The same. With this one now, you are moving to an era where you will not be able to think for yourself either.
So this is way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way worse.
The other is so we are looking at the idea of taking advantage of the crisis. Now you said earlier that only Pharaoh stored up during the years of plenty. So notice that information was also withheld.
Yes.
So persons saw Pharaoh and Joseph building these massive silos all over Egypt, right? And they were, buying up the extra production of corn and food.
Yeah.
People thought that the government was actually
progress.
was actually forward thinking.
Yes, sir.
But they were not told the rest of the story that listen, after them 7 years, We gone, brother. Wonder if I'm saying. No, think
Mm.
about it. Pharaoh was Pharaoh a Christian? Was Pharaoh's God, the creator God, Joseph's God?
No, no,
Pharaoh worship the
no.
Sphinx and him
Yeah,
worship the sun and him worship all of them things there.
river and
But
all
but
other gods.
but look at it now, the advice of Pharaoh. Because if you look back at Genesis 41, Genesis 41 says when Pharaoh dreamed this dream, verse 8, and it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled. So Pharaoh knows there's something wrong with that dream,
Yeah.
right? And he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and the wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told them the dream. But there was none that could interpret unto Pharaoh. And so Joseph came in, and Pharaoh had confidence in the interpretation that Joseph gave. So much so that he committed resources to building these massive silos and so on for the thing. So Pharaoh could have warned his people, not so.
Yes, he could have.
Yeah, because he believed the interpretation that he got.
Yeah.
So he had, let's say, 6 years now. He had 6 years of plenty to tell the people, say, store up, man, because the next 7 years, after this thing over, what is going to come? Think about what is taking place with us today.
You mean we see that same kind of agitation?
Of
People
course.
in,
Of course.
Even our little country here,
Yeah.
people are building.
The man them a build like crazy.
Yeah.
And you say, boy, your progress, money there at Jamaica. But do you stop to consider why they are extending this effort in doing such massive construction? What is it about? Is it that the next 7 years, if we have 7 years, if we have 7 years, is it that the next 7 years is going to be the lean years?
You cut it short in righteousness, 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Yeah? Can you imagine? So this is the thing. Is it that they are upfront with us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And is this another plan of the pharaohs?
It's a lot of things, a lot of things going through my head here because we're not here to talk about. We are not here to talk much on the famine situation, but I noticed that El Nino of a never before seen order is upon us.
Yeah.
And we were told that we need to stock up. We need to prepare.
Yeah.
One person said that listen, government need to inform as many people as possible. There was an interview on a television station, Jamaican television station. All of those things need to be put in place because something serious is about to happen. We were warned.
Yeah.
As to how you approach, maybe because of what we are seeing around us, we take it that everything is fine. But I'm not experiencing fine where I am because we have not had rain for some time. So we're something similar. And then they told us that, listen, this thing is not going to be nice.
Yeah.
And this thing may carry on right throughout, December, November, December into January. February. It's kind of drought situation.
So think about
they're
it.
telling us.
So our crisis is now is a polycrisis. So in Joseph's time, it seems as if one incident lead to another.
Yeah.
So people didn't realize that listen, this thing was planned to take away the money first, dry up the money. Because in an economy, it is difficult to just dry up the money. So because people are work. And when you work, you must get paid. So when you say everybody stop work at the same time, wonder if I'm saying. So it was difficult to conceive that in such a short space of time you were able to take away all the cash out of the economy.
Yeah.
We are facing a similar situation now because they're telling us that cash is going to be obsolete. and so you're moving to a situation now where you're going digital.
Yeah.
And then they tell you that the digital currency is going to be programmable, so you have total control by the powers that be, which would be a Joseph situation, no sir?
Yeah.
And then if you are not compliant,
But worse.
even though you are on the system, if you are not compliant with the rules and regulation, they take away your cash from you too.
That is it. So in a Joseph situation, they didn't have anything.
Nothing.
You will be allowed.
The man then
You'll
come
be
and
allowed
say,
a little thing, but you have
yeah,
to behave.
yeah, because
And
you have to come to
sometimes
Joseph
you not even know how to behave. You know?
because everything gone. So what one I think about it, Ron, is that the prophecy was sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So 7 years and 7 years come plenty, and then 7 years of famine. The prophecy was sure, and notice the caliber of persons that Pharaoh had around him. He had his magician, he had his the wise men. All right, so the government of the day, they have their
Advisors.
consultant,
Yes.
they have them counselors, then technocrats, and all of them things. They could not interpret the information that Pharaoh had in his dream.
Yeah.
So they had to call on them man of God. You notice all of them gods where them are worship couldn't go step in and give him the interpretation. The creator God was able to, by wisdom, give Joseph the interpretation. They relied on it. Now, we have a similar situation. When you remove cash from the society and go total digital, the Bible tells us in Revelation 18, and that no man by ourselves. That's the mark of the beast. Now, do we have the confidence that Pharaoh developed? Pharaoh never get any schooling in terms of the theology of Joseph,
Yeah.
But immediately Joseph spoke, Pharaoh believed, and he acted on the information. We are told that there will come a time when man will not be able to buy or sell unless they accept the mark of the beast system.
Yeah.
Do we believe it? Because persons are moving as if, man, it's just another phase and this too will pass. I'm never so upset.
Yeah, because we're in trouble, though, because in the pandemic, 2020, 2021, it was a somewhat similar situation, and the people looked to the church for information, and the church failed. Right? I was thinking last night, and I'm saying, to whom do people look today for information? Because the church failed, and I'm saying they'll be looking to Anthony and Nebert. If a pandemic should
come again,
turn up again, they will no longer look to the church and kill them. They're going to look to
the church. Have put strategy in place right now to mitigate. There's always no, but the magicians are always around. The soothsayers are always around. The pretended wise men are always around.
Yeah.
So it depends on whether or not like Pharaoh, because even though these persons were a part of Pharaoh's entourage, Pharaoh listened to them and said, "No man, I know so you're going on." That not so good.
Right.
It's just like Joseph and Ahab. Everything good, man. Joseph say, "Yo, you talk." I know people when they listen to the internet and so on.
Yeah.
They within themselves know say this is not right,
Yeah.
For example, with the digital system that is being introduced, I think people know say this thing not right. Yeah, they know. But it like Pharaoh, they don't want to come forward and say, well, it's not right, but you know what I mean. Them rather hold them peace and say, all right, I could see what it's gonna. Yeah, but it's not right. So you have to come forward and say, yo, this is not right, because when you go down the
Really?
road, that's where you have to go do. You have to sell your body
Really?
and sell your land. Give your
Come
body.
forward.
Yeah.
I hear you. Okay, you're talking like this is 20 years ago. All right. All right. Let's hear what.
Same time, the United States passed something called the Genius Act, which is a law that creates the legal framework for stablecoins, aka digital dollars. And what makes a stablecoin different from the cash in your bank account is that it can be programmed. It can be given rules. Rules about where it can be spent, on what, and when it expires, and whether it works outside a certain area. The World Economic Forum is also now arguing that water, soil, and even the air we breathe needs to be assigned a financial value. It needs to have a price, and it needs to be measured.
Now we need to put the economics of water, not only in terms of monetary values, but also in terms of governance, in terms of recognizing water as a commons that we now need to manage as a broad systems approach.
If we're going to protect natural systems, one of the solutions is to bring nature onto the balance sheet, to bring nature into the ways that decisions are made within business, to allocate a value to it and to bring it into accounting and financial mechanisms.
Basically means that air and water should not be accessible, a financial asset.
All right. I want us to go back to that.
Mhm.
I didn't want to begin there,
Mhm.
right? Because it's somewhat out of line with what we are sharing,
But
what we just shared. Right? So I want us to go to it later. But listen this.
Be programmable. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, which is the biggest asset manager in the world, has already said that they plan to eventually trade all stocks and all bonds as digital tokens on the blockchain.
And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification.
Every stock you own, every bond, and every asset will be on a programmable ledger. That is a multi-$100 trillion market. And once it's there, the rules that govern your money can be changed at any time by whoever controls that system. So that is the first pillar. It's the money. The money is the foundation. But to make it work, you need to know who is spending what, which brings us to pillar two. Pillar two is identity. Because here's the problem that programmable money creates. If our money is digital and it has rules, you need a way to enforce the rules on the right person. Because the system needs to know that you are you. You're not an AI behind some deep fake, which means the money part and the identity part have to be connected. And this is not speculation. The Bank of International Settlement, basically the central bank of all central banks, it's the granddaddy bank, and the United Nations, right? Both of them have put out documentation that digital IDs and CBDCs are designed to go together. So how do you build a global identity system? Because people would never vote for that. The way you would do it is that you make it so convenient and so useful for everyday life that people will line up voluntarily to hand over their biometric data, which is exactly what's happening. Go back to World ID. Sam Altman's company did not launch this as a government program, right? They launched it as a solution to a real problem. How do you prove that you are a human being in a world full of AI? It's a really good question. And the answer he came up with is scan your eyeball, get a credential, and use it everywhere. Tinder uses it so that you know your match is real. DocuSign uses it so that contracts are tied to verified human beings. Zoom uses it so you know that the person on the other side is not a deepfake. Right? Every single use case is completely reasonable, which is why 18 million people have already signed up to it. The dangerous part about it, though, is that you're giving a private company a biometric signature that is unique and irreplaceable. With a password, for example, you could change it any time. You can get a new credit card, but you can't get a new set of eyeballs. And once the data exists, once it's been harvested and collected, it can be subpoenaed, hacked, or even sold. It can be given to the government. And the company's privacy policy today does not guarantee what happens to your data in 10 years, under different laws, under different political conditions, right?
All right, so we pause here and listen. So what is seeking to establish, is the three main things that they're going to use to, take total control, to do what Joseph and Pharaoh did back then, right? So he mentions the whole um,
Digital ID.
digital ID,
Yeah.
which was essential thing, getting everything digital, as in digital currency. You have control to a point, right? And then second phase is to have your identity, to log your identity to everything that you own,
Right.
right? So they have control of you, they know who you are, who they are controlling, and your assets, all
Right.
your assets. So they have control of both.
Yes.
And then there's a third one, but we can go into the third one after. But that's the aim. That's the aim, and you will find yourself into a Pharaoh situation before you know it. A Pharaoh, Joseph, Egypt situation before you know it. We can continue playing if you.
But
Yes.
if we go back to the first part, the first part, I don't know if you can rewind to the first part.
Yes.
The first part tells us that the digital currency is going to be programmable, meaning that they'll tell you, where you can spend your money, how you can spend it, and how long you can keep it, and it also speaks to geographic location. So you will not be able to go outside of this boundary, and if you do that, then your money will not work.
Yeah.
I want us to understand something, to see the big picture, because we like to look at the big picture. It's If you look at Genesis 47 and verse 20. Verse 20 says, "And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them, so that the land became Pharaoh's."
Yeah.
Now, once you enter this digital system, then the person who control the blockchain, the whoever control it, then have total control over your asset.
Yes.
You do not have control. Notice the guy said that the rules can change at any time.
Yeah, they control. They determine the rules.
The rules, right?
Yeah.
Now, look at verse 21 now of chapter 47. "And as for the people," this is very important, because this is coming. This is coming for us. And I mean, if nothing else, you better listen to this one. Genesis 47 verse 21 says, "And as for the people, he removed them to the cities, from one end of the border of Egypt even to the other end thereof."
Yeah.
This is so significant, because think about it. They are going to tell you that the inland of Jamaica is supposed to be reserved for nature. They have what is called nature preserve.
Yes.
And so those of us who live in the inland, then you say you come out of the city, out of the city, country living or whatever else. When money fail in Egypt, what Pharaoh do? Pharaoh move the people from which part them there, and carry them go put them in the cities. So him can have total control. Now, Pharaoh had this system that we have now. Imagine.
Yes.
Because Pharaoh never had the digital control of the people. So what Pharaoh did was to move them from out of the country, move them from everywhere, and bring everybody, throw them down in a city.
Yeah.
So when money fails in Jamaica, when money goes digital in Jamaica, all of we will live on whatever acre and inland, we are going to be removed, and you have to go come down a city. 15 minutes city. You remember we spoke earlier that the construction that is happening now at such a rapid pace.
Yes.
Where you think that,
It's for
when
a
you look
reason.
on it, where you say,
Yeah.
who going to occupy them place? You have to
We see the
move.
cranes.
You have to move out of your country because the government now going to move you, relocate you, so that you're in these 15-minute cities. You are now chattel.
And later in the program, we look at the how the
How it going
government
to
is going to
happen?
do
Yeah.
that.
So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if you find it. But
You mean,
no, all right, continue.
because I could start from the top, as you requested. All right.
Inc., the
Just a
CEO
little
of
part.
BlackRock, which is
Yeah.
the biggest asset manager in the world, has already said that they plan to eventually trade all stocks and all bonds as digital tokens on the blockchain.
And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, QSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification.
Every stock you own, every bond, and every asset will be on a programmable ledger. That is a multi-$100 trillion market. And once it's there, the rules that can be changed at any time by whoever controls that system. So that is the first pillar. It's the money. The money is the foundation. But to make it work, you need to know who is spending what. Which brings us to pillar 2.
So you can move.
So they went to the identity part.
Yeah, so you
You
can
get your
move forward.
biometrics taken. Things like fingerprints and facial recognition.
Mhm.
It's everywhere in almost every country you visit. That's already the standard at most international borders. So now the question is, how does this connect to the first part? Scott McCullough says, when the next pandemic comes, and there will be a next pandemic, maybe the hantavirus or whatever they'll call it, it'll be way more digital. First part. Scott McCullough says, when the next pandemic comes, and there will be a next pandemic, maybe the hantavirus or whatever they'll call it, it'll be way more digital of an experience than the last one.
When the next, when Fauci's next pandemic shows up, whether it's next year or the year after, I can assure you that we're going to have another effort to impose this kind of control state. And this time it will probably be far more digital.
And those of us who choose not to comply, whether it's a vaccine or a quarantine or something else, they will use this infrastructure to deny access to your basic human rights. Because all of this is technological, though, there doesn't have to be a law. We saw a preview of this with vaccine passports. In some countries, you can go into a restaurant or a gym or a concert without showing a digital health certificate. Some people were forced to get vaccines, otherwise they were not allowed to come to work. But that was temporary, though. The infrastructure that made this possible is now permanent. So when you combine Pillar 1 and Pillar 2, what you get is a system where every transaction you make is attached to who you are and what you've done and whether you're in compliance. But there's still one more thing. None of this will work at scale unless there's some physical infrastructure that can monitor everything you're doing in the real world. And that's Pillar 3. So Pillar 3 is the hardware. Right now, there is an arms race to build out energy and AI infrastructure. Optimistic investor, they might do, because money, stock markets, profits, efficiency, right? But if you're a pessimistic investor, do you really think energy so that you could use Claude-bot and image generators more efficiently? Maybe it's because the energy that's needed to manage and consolidate all the cameras, all the biometrics, and all the data is going to be massive, right? That's why there's a huge push for technologies like spatial control. It's this ability to track where people are and then express that location in real time mathematically. The FCC has been trying to...
Yeah. I think when we had Melissa, the event, Melissa, we heard the Prime Minister saying that it was about to outfit all the shops.
Yes.
All the corner shops in Jamaica, with technology that could track real time the dispersion, the dispersing of the aid, the food items and so on. So once you enter the establishment, I don't know. He spoke about vouchers, but once present this, then it could be uploaded immediately and in real time. Those information could be read and passed on. Now think about what the man said. The man said you have well, you were talking about it earlier about the three pillars that they are looking at: the digital currency, digital ID, and then the blockchain with all the assets and the control of all the assets. Now, Pharaoh took all the assets and you became slave. And the Bible tells us in Revelation 13 that you're going to have two classes of people: rich and poor, free and slave.
So Pharaoh set on everybody else.
I mean, when we think about Egypt, when we think about Egypt and slavery, we only think about the Jews who were there. Situation on Joseph. Under Joseph, the people sold their body, the Egyptians. So it was not just the foreigners who were in Egypt that did that. The Egyptians themselves sold their bodies and their land.
I always overlook that part. I don't know why.
So slavery,
brothers.
Right. So once money is taken out, once cash is taken out of the system, then this now paves the way for slavery. Because you notice so many times he says that the rules can change midway once they get access to a digital ID system. Once you go on the digital ID, that's it. That's all they need, and then everything is just because Larry Fink says, and I don't know if you have the one where he says that all the lands, all the natural resources will be digitized. Well, all right. So think about this. The gentleman said earlier that the water resources they're going to put a cost to it. The air that you breathe, they're going to put a cost to it. Now, can somebody come to me and tell me, say, me have to pay for the air that I'm breathing now? Them can't tell me that because me have my cash, me have control over my cash, right? Right now. So if them come and say, boy, brother, you breathe, you inhale and exhale 1,000,000 times per day, and it's 1 cent per
kind of too much.
1 cent per inhaling. And then say that to me now. How you going to get my money? I have to go hold me down and shake out my pants pocket. Whatever I'm saying. But on a digital system where your money is in the cloud, digital, the central bank can tell you that we are now levying on your digital currency a environmental tax of X amount. What you going to say? I feel my money, me not pay.
Give me money. You go to the bank and you clean up everything.
You got the whole. You can't do it because it's no longer physical. No, you see the type of and the water and the motel say,
because it's not that water is in abundance. In many of our rivers and streams.
Right.
So they cut that down already.
So we're moving into an era.
It's gonna be serious, right? It is, and it's gonna be more serious.
Override controls on where cell towers can be placed, so they can be installed every 400 to 700 feet, which would be close enough together that your phone's location can be triangulated at all times indoors, which can there's even Wi-Fi where you are at your own house, and then above the ground, which means even if you have the network, why would they want to do any of this? It's because that will allow for the ability to program your mind specifically such that it might not work more than a mile from your house. This is your car as well. There's something called the Thomas Macy is trying to remove it, but it is legally required in every new car sold in America. It's a switch that can remotely turn off your car. That's the law right now.
But there is a law that states that every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself
Hold on,
will monitor
you're run too
your
fast.
driving.
You're run too fast. All right, so Ted said earlier. Ted said earlier that Elon Musk says that within 5 years he won't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
Now think about what they say about the cell towers. You remember when all of them cell towers did go up in Jamaica and you were saying, man, we're gonna have what you call it, signal.
Yeah.
We're gonna have signal now like crazy.
Yes, man. We needed the signal.
When them said the reason for the cell towers so close to each other, so that them can track you every time. All right, so the cell phone now. So they said that's tracking your cell phone. I want us to understand something. They say that you're going to have a digital ID.
Yeah.
Meaning that it's a physical, and all them sell it is that, so this is my first car. Yeah. So it's a physical thing. The guy that was promoting it from the government said that inside card is a processor and it have option, they have apps on it and all kind of things. Yeah. All right. But Elon Musk come out and say, in a short space of time, you won't have a physical phone. You will be the phone. So the phone will be integrated in your digital ID. So if you not gonna have a physical phone, then the ID not go physical either. so it is integrated inside of you. Now think about that type of control where something is inside of you. That means you can't go in and take it, left it.
Yeah.
You can't left it a yard. You are the phone. And so all of these cell towers, and then you have Elon Musk Starlink, where a satellite. So every move you make, they are able to track and trace you.
That's it.
So based on what Teddy said. So we need to see the trajectory of where these things are heading.
Yeah.
Morning, Sherby and
Sadiki
and Trinidad.
Yeah. You were commenting.
Yeah. Sadiq says we must depend on God.
Mercy.
Yeah, we must depend on God. Nebert, welcome, man. Money here, water, food, woodland, everything controlled. I want, listen. You have the other one now about the thing. Because we need to finish this up. You have to finish it. Hey, Nebert, what you just said, listen to the end. So we need to understand that the game will change immediately once the cash dry out.
Yeah.
So once they move from physical cash to digital, game change. Just like Pharaoh, because we normally thought that Pharaoh and Joseph, they were trying to mitigate the 7-year famine. And so it was a natural occurrence for them for money to fail in Egypt.
Yeah.
We thought it was just natural because through the Bible pricks 7-year famine. So coming out of that, this is why the money failed. But the money couldn't fail. It couldn't fail away there.
Yeah.
Because if you think about how the economy runs or how it works, it couldn't fail naturally by itself. Because people work, man. Come on. You have international trade, because remember how his father and his brother then come down to Egypt now. International trade, no food not there in Canaan. And them here say food there Egypt.
Yeah.
The man then carry them money, come down to Egypt, come buy food. So how money if you feel at Egypt? Remember, yeah, cause the people them in Egypt,
The people should be benefiting.
of course, cause
Yeah.
remember say are the people them plant on them land, and sell the food to Pharaoh,
Right,
for
right.
store up,
Mhm.
So more than likely they would have been trading with others.
Yes. Yes.
So how the money
Mhm.
just fail so? It was taking advantage of the crisis.
Yeah.
So when Joseph and Pharaoh them realize, man, this is a golden opportunity. We could own the whole of Egypt.
So now we
Don't give up.
understand why the world is divided in 10.
Yeah, man.
Smaller areas mean easier control
Easier
on the
control.
blockchain.
Yeah. Don't
That
give up
was
on the
knee
cash.
hurt.
Don't give up on the cash.
Carl Jackson says, I saw something in my dream last night
Mhm.
about famine and where people will be forced to take the needle again.
Mhm.
People dying for food and water, murdering each other. Won't be onto those, during these times.
Not take that dream too lightly, because right now the international telling you that based on the energy crisis
Yeah.
and based on the manufactured shortage of fertilizers and so on,
Mm-hmm.
we're looking at a famine situation.
Yeah.
Wonder if I'm saying. And then when you look at the whole idea of this manufactured El Nino,
Mm-hmm.
the drought situation, you
Yeah.
talk about it earlier.
Man.
And then
Man.
and then think about it. When the people them sell them land, because
Yeah.
it is so similar to what is happening now. When the people them sell them land in Egypt, right?
Yeah.
You know what the people them said to Joseph? Give us give us seeds so we can go plant,
Yeah.
So it means that they not only lost all of what them have, them lose also them planting seeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Jamaica today, we have a problem with seeds.
But
We have a problem with seeds.
I don't think they got the seeds that they requested.
No, because if you give them seeds or you move them, if they were given the seeds, to plant, then if you move them, because see, the Bible says Pharaoh move them from where them there.
And then I drove.
On the farm.
So yeah, with the seeds.
And put them in a city. I don't think morning Terry.
Welcome, Norma.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jill.
Yeah.
Terry.
Yeah.
You were saying something about seeds in Jamaica.
Yeah, I was saying that the seeds that we have in Jamaica now, if you check them,
Yeah.
we have a shortage of seeds in Jamaica. In addition to that, the ones that are now available, them now grow.
Yeah.
Them now grow. Them have a problem with the seeds. So it is you see, Pharaoh thing I come right back in. Yeah. So them I use the playbook of Pharaoh first. Them will take out the cash. So you go digital, and once them do that, everything will let loose.
So Pharaoh didn't give them no seed.
No, man.
We getting seed now and it not working.
In our because and then for them, in order for them not to come back to Pharaoh and say, give me seed, man, cause wagon. Pharaoh make sure he move them.
Yeah.
So me buy your land, me take away your land, me I move you quick so that you not even realize what I'm to you. What them say? So you Ghana City. Total control.
Let me finish up this drink. Man.
Thomas Macy is trying to remove it, but it is now legally required in every new car sold in America. It's a switch that can remotely turn off your car. That's the law right now.
But there's a law that states that every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving. And if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job, it will disable itself. The car dashboard becomes your judge, your jury, and your executioner.
That's why Pillar 3 is the hardware. Because think about what it actually takes to run a social credit system at scale, tracking hundreds of millions of people's financial actions, their physical movements, their online behavior, their compliance status, and then you have to apply different rules to different people in real time. That is almost an incomprehensible amount of data processing, and you need the most powerful computing infrastructure ever built to do it, which is exactly why it's being built right now at a speed and scale that is no historical comparison. But in order for this to work, all of this has to be stored and interpreted in one place. Someone has to turn this data into a unified picture of every person. Right? You have to build a risk profile. And that's exactly what Palantir was built to do.
Co-founded by Peter Thiel back in 2003, its mission, providing software that customers use to integrate volumes of data from to spreadsheets into a central platform where it can then be securely analyzed and interpreted.
It was built to use data from multiple sources into one story about your life. It was built for them into healthcare systems, financial systems, and government infrastructure around the world, tied together and processed by AI. So Pillar 1 controls what your money can do. Pillar 2 knows who you are. And Pillar 3 tracks where you are and what you're doing. And when those systems are fully connected, and they're being connected right now, the result is that everything you buy, everywhere you go, every transaction, and every behavior is attached to your verified identity that is monitored in real time and given a social score. And if your behavior falls outside the system, it just sort of turns off a dial. Like maybe your credit card stops working at the gas station. Oh, wait, you drive an electric car, do you? Well, that's too bad. You can't go beyond your city limits. Or maybe your ID fails verification at the airport, so you can't travel. Or your account gets flagged. Hey, we noticed you traveled a mile beyond the allowable limit since you didn't get a vaccine, right? You're a threat. That is the digital control grid.
That sounds sounds scary, don't it?
Yeah, it is.
One of love and of a strong mind. So when you understand what is coming, then you can put things in order to deal with it. I think the Egyptians, Joseph knew what was coming, right?
Yeah.
Because Joseph was was brought into the loop, as a man of God to do the interpretation. And notice what Joseph did. At the end of the Egyptians and the rest of people that lived in Egypt, selling their lands to Pharaoh, selling their cattle and everything.
Yeah.
You know what Joseph did? Joseph ensured that his family was given the best of the land in Goshen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to sell their cattle to Pharaoh, and they were actually farming while everybody else was in a miserable situation.
Yeah.
When everybody was moved to the city, based on Genesis 47, verse 21. When everybody else was moved to the city,
Yeah.
from out of their borders, you're talking about even the citizens of Egypt, Joseph and his family,
Yeah.
still live
Yeah.
on their land.
In Goshen.
Right. So knowledge, information
Mm-hmm.
is critical, so you can make preparation. So with information, you can prepare.
So God still takes care of it.
Yeah, because the dream, the interpretation of the dream was prophetic, and Joseph believed that this thing would have been fulfilled.
Yeah.
And so he made the preparation for himself and his family. We said that Jamaica is a Christian country.
Yes, I
Why
heard
is
that
it why
recently.
is it that we
Yeah.
don't believe that the prophecies in the Bible are sure?
Mhm,
Why we
mhm.
don't believe that this thing is going to come to pass? Revelation 13:17, and that no man might buy or sell. Why we don't believe that?
Yeah, but when you're seeing it happening, do you
Mhm.
still feel to believe? Why do you still feel to believe when you see the thing, bits and pieces coming together,
Yeah,
but it go morph into something different?
well,
Yeah.
one other thing that the gentleman
Mhm.
says is when he speaks about the company Palantir.
Yeah.
No, he says that Palantir is now collating all the data. Remember, they were given the contract to do this by
Yes.
the Trump administration recently. And he's saying that they are now going to put all of that data together so that you can have a social credit score system.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Bible tells us, free and bond, rich and poor. So all of us who are now, saying that, oh, we are middle class or upper middle class or rich or whatever else.
Better than
Yeah,
me. Mm-hmm.
two class of people. And then, they told us at the World Economic Forum, when name Yuval Noah Harari, he says that the rich people are those who can produce or manufacture bodies and minds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bodies and minds. So if you if you don't have the ability to manufacture bodies and mind, then don't consider yourself rich.
So you can choose to be among the rich.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
You can choose.
Morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this fantastic panel on tokenization. I'm Karen Doe, anchor of Squawk Box Europe on CNBC. Now, just to remind you how we arrived at today, it was a few years back. I was at a property conference in the City of London. I left the conference convinced that just about every physical asset would be tokenized at some point. We'd be buying a piece of the Shard, the Empire State Building, pretty much any piece of real estate was up for some sort of fractional ownership. But talk went quiet, superseded by AI fever. But it's readily apparent in 2026 that there's been a ton of work happening in the backdrop. We've got banks, we've got asset managers, crypto players, AI fever. But it's readily apparent in 2026 that there's been a ton of work happening in the backdrop.
All right. So if you go back to the beginning, because I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Joseph in Egypt said, all of them land, them person, everything won, then cattle. So the cattle, all right, so notice that it was itemized. That they would have given Genesis 47 verse 17 says that, and they bought unto Joseph.
Yeah.
And Joseph gave them bread in exchange for their horses. So all the horses, also, because it's the mode of transport. So all their and for their flocks and for the cattle of the herd and for the asses. So your tractor, your trucks, and fed them bread for their thing. So this is what the lady said. The lady said every assets where you have is going to be tokenized.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is happening is that we're not in a famine situation now.
Yes.
We're living normally. Your groceries run out. You can go to the supermarket and buy stuff now. Not true?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And you live in your house, you have access to light and water and all of these things. But how is it that everything around us is being changed? Play it from the beginning again and listen what the lady said. The lady said every single asset is now being tokenized. So who will take it?
Fear.
If I your asset, we not get it up yet,
That is it.
Money no feel yet, turn digital yet, So how everything will go from way? We don't know.
Listening to.
We don't know.
You hear one thing, and one side.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow you hear another thing, and you put it one side. You don't put them together.
No, you're not connected that.
Yeah.
Palantir say me I bring everything together. So me I bring digital ID, currency, social credit. That is what them do.
Yeah.
And them do it at breakneck speed. And we there things say everything good come. We can go to supermarket and buy. Me I earn same way. Cash not feel. Cash not feel. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
There's no cement no, but you can still get some.
Right.
Until getting just a small amount becomes the norm.
Right. Rationing.
Yeah,
man. Rationing. Yeah.
Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this fantastic panel on tokenization. I'm Karen Cho, anchor of Squawk Box Europe on CNBC. Now, just to remind you how we arrived at today, it was a few years back. I was at a property conference in the City of London and left the conference convinced that just about every physical asset would be tokenized at some point. We'd be buying a piece of the Shard, the Empire State Building, pretty much any piece of real estate was up for some sort of fractional ownership. Talk went quiet, superseded by AI fever. But it's readily apparent in 2026 that there's been a ton of work happening in the backdrop. We've got banks, we've got asset managers, crypto players, other innovators have been quietly working on the innovation. And of course, the Trump family not so quietly storming to the space, promising to bring real estate assets onto the blockchain and to tokenize Trump properties this year. Now, is tokenization on the cusp of a breakout year in 2026? Is it the future of global finance? We have.
Right. So she asks a question
Mm-hmm.
because she sees it happening. So she asks a question: is tokenization a thing?
Yeah.
Should we expect that kind of thing taking place? You know, from now going forward.
Well, I think we need to explain what tokenization is, because persons might not understand the term that is being used, and so we don't understand the implication for us as individuals.
Yeah.
You know, you might not own the land or whatever else, but all the assets. You say every asset.
Yes,
So,
every asset.
what tokenization is that every single piece of asset that you own in the digital society where you have digital currency and digital ID, it is going to be placed. It is going to become digital, so it's
Yeah.
going to be digitalized, meaning that in order for you to sell that asset, it must have, just like how you have your bank account now,
Mhm.
and when you're dealing with it online, for example, transaction,
Yeah.
they give you a token, so you have to record that particular number
Mhm.
in order to make that transaction.
Yeah.
So tokenization just means that all the assets that you own will have to now become digital. So the trading, you know, because this is serious. The trading that you are used to, in the sense that, you know, you drive your car and you park it up on a man's seat and say, man, I like that car. How much
Yeah.
for it? And you say, give me $1 million, man, and you can't have it. And the man say, all right, boom, and him go down a yard and him come back up. One briefcase load of money and him give you, and you give him a title and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Bad. That cut out completely.
Mhm.
A man see your car and like it and say, how much? And you say, boy, I don't know, man, I forgot to talk to the people. I have to go get authorization
Mhm.
from the people who control the digital system, if I can sell,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how much I can sell for.
Mhm.
And then no, the tax will take out up front. Whatever, so I'm saying. So you know, not everything is going to be digital. See it?
Yeah.
What Joseph said. Joseph take them horse, and take them donkey, and
Mhm.
take them cattle, and take everything from them. Wait there. And I like saying when him take it from them, him take it and go store them up, you know.
So he.
You don't have no
Mhm.
access to it again.
Mhm.
And if it's, this is it. It's tokenized. It
Once it
means enough for
becomes.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you're one.
That's what I was about to
Mm.
say. All right. So we go to Mr. Blackrock, Mr. Palantir,
So,
and Larry Fink.
Fink, yeah.
Yeah.
BlackRock.
And then we overlay investment technology and now digital. We're the firm that more and more people are going to worldwide.
What do you mean by digital?
You know, I do believe we're just at the beginning of the tokenization of all assets, from real estate to equities to bonds across the board.
It's very loud here. But it's good. Capitals are work. You like that?
I love capital at work. $1 trillion of money in sitting globally in digital wallets. A lot of that money is outside the United States. If we could tokenize a ETF, digitize that ETF. We can have investors who are just beginning to, invest in markets through, let's say, crypto. They're investing in it, but now we can get them into the more traditional long-term retirement products. So we look at that as the next wave of opportunity for BlackRock over the next tens of years, as we start moving away from traditional financial assets by repeating them in a digital, and then.
Right. I don't know if we spoke about the safe and effective pricing too outright.
That's why we're
being censored.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the internet is unstable. So those who are with us,
I don't know what we did wrong.
Yeah, with us this morning. They are limiting. We are tokenized already.
It seems so.
They're limiting the transmission by the social media. So the media is kind of on and off. But anyway, think about this. Larry, the CEO of BlackRock.
Yeah.
Now, BlackRock and Vanguard are the largest asset management company globally.
Mm-hmm.
And BlackRock is saying, and Larry Fink is also the CEO of the World Economic Forum. So think about it now. Whatever Larry Fink is saying, that's the direction that the globe is going. So he's saying that they are now, on the verge of tokenizing all assets.
All assets, yeah.
All assets globally.
My asset, your asset.
Yeah. All assets.
Yes.
Globally.
Yes.
And therefore, the land that we sit on in Jamaica is now part of the global digital blockchain ledger.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm saying. And so, man, we don't understand where we are. We don't understand where we are. But you want to find out whether or not there are measures afoot in Jamaica now to digitalize our lands and so on. Because think about it, the globe is going digital. Well, it has gone digital.
Yeah.
The fact that Larry Fink is saying that his company is now digital and all the assets are digital. But Rohan, the question is, has money failed already? Because you got digital. You take away the people. It is a means of removing your assets from failure. And if we are able to transact business using cash, how is it that you are taking away the assets already? Because if you are digitalizing the assets, remember you digitalize the currency.
Yeah.
You have the digital ID already. And you are digitalizing the assets now, the car, land, houses, whatever else.
So
and money no fail yet.
Most things now come digital. Most things that you access now or you purchase now is fully digital.
All right. I think about the motor vehicle. The first thing where Joseph took away was the cattle and the horse and the donkey. Think about motor vehicle. It gone digital.
It gone
digital.
Man,
your license gone digital, brother.
Gone.
Yeah, man. The license your car are digital now, you not get no paper now. So you know no paper title for go say boy. A man want your car. Volunteers said them will put all the things together and then them will connect them.
Yeah.
Once everything becomes interconnected, that's it. That's it.
So if they can get you becoming and then you
can imagine the people who will line up and take the digital ID. Because once you digital, you can't, you don't belong to God, you don't belong to yourself anymore. You got
then your land go digital and then your car already digital.
And plus with the car, them I tell you say them put key switch in the car them now.
Yeah.
So if why am I telling so you see them move, no. Then you have geographic location where you cannot go outside of this thing.
Yeah.
You remember when we were talking about 15 minutes some years ago. We are talking about this long time.
So
And when they say 15 minutes city, 15-minute city, what it means is that they say that you can walk or ride your bicycle. For 15 minutes, and anywhere that reach you, that's your limit.
Yeah.
So you're actually in Copen. Copen with barbed wire fencing.
Yeah, but
and
they're trapped with the food and the water.
Food and water, can you get
Yeah.
universal basic income.
Yeah.
But then you have to think about the quality of food. It's not going to be grass anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to be bugs and mealworm and cockroach milk. There's a Blessed Hope review magazine that contains all of this.
That part still sound ridiculous,
Why ridiculous? But the taste bud of people have been changed. The taste buds of Jamaicans have been changed.
Yeah.
So no longer you you crave for breakfast, you boil banana and callaloo. And for those who do the saltfish thing and them thing that then taste bud that change. So no, what you want is the other things. The other things. So that is preparing you to accept their diet.
Yeah.
Bugs, worms, crickets. That's it. That's the diet of the future. That's with the digital system.
in bugs, worm, crickets in many different forms.
Yes.
You may get milk from some of them.
Yeah, well, let's say cockroach milk is one of the
the
milks that contain the most protein.
Yeah.
Cockroach.
So nutrition.
Mammal. Mammal normally do milk, so.
Yes.
That's where you go. Or that change.
There is something from the cockroach.
That
when you kill that roach, you see something.
Some milk is out.
So we're gonna make some milk.
Sorry. Don't destroy the people in breakfast. Sorry. Sorry.
Yet.
Land titling is set to be under a $1.4 billion Korea partnership. Details in the report.
At a time when land reform has been a point of contention, a $1.4 billion program to modernize land titling has been announced. On Tuesday, the government signed off on the Land Administration Capacity Enhancement Project through a partnership with the Korea International Corporation Agency. It's expected to bridge the gap between land possession and a title.
A land title is more than a document, it is a platform for opportunity. And this project is about building that platform at scale. Across the world, public administration is being transformed on data, digital platforms, and authority and artificial intelligence must keep pace.
The project will be implemented by the national.
Hold on. Some money failed in Jamaica.
Not yet. We have it no more than any other time before.
Money failed in Jamaica.
Jamaica has serious money right now.
So, man. So why are we digitalizing?
Don't expect us to follow Genesis 47 exactly as it is. Because what you call it gain of function, or you have a different strain to it. Yeah.
No, man, because hold on, this is news, not so?
Yes.
This is news. So Jamaica is told that we have to now digitalize our lands at scale, meaning that very quickly, rapidly. Not so? Quickly, rapidly. So we bring in some people from Korea who have the technology to speed up the process.
Yeah.
For digitalize the lands.
I guess I did it before, so they have the experience. Yeah.
At scale. So the land is now going to go on the blockchain.
Yes.
So once you digitalize it, it's gone on the blockchain. So Larry Fink is going to have control.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So how we have land
So
title
the earlier person that we played, the thing is,
fully
is
digital.
is fully digital, and you have this one big system that controls everything. Another thing tells you that. Well, he told you that Larry Fink has that technology. He built that technology. Palantir.
Well, I don't think we heard this news, because if we heard the news and we understand what the Bible said,
What would we be doing? Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Anybody hear the news? Say Korea come and them digitalize Jamaica land.
But then I really come and leave still.
They're here.
They're here.
Them do the thing.
Digitalized in the land.
Wow. Play it again so the people can hear where we there in the stream of things.
Oh boy.
Under a $1.42 billion Korea-Jamaica partnership. Details in this report.
At a time when land reform has been a point of contention, a $1.4 billion program to modernize land titling has been announced. On Tuesday, the government signed off on the Land Administration Capacity Enhancement Project through a partnership with the Korea International Corporation Agency. It's expected to bridge the gap between land possession and title.
A land title is more than a document, it is a platform for opportunity. And this project is about building that platform at scale. Across the world, public administration is being transformed by data, digital platforms, geospatial intelligence, automation, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. Jamaica must keep pace.
The project will be implemented by the National Land Agency, NLA, with technical partners including Korea Land and Geospatial Informatics Corporation, and will run in stages. It will run until 2030, with the first phase to set institutional arrangements and establish the Land Administration Innovation Center, and eventually become a hub for practical training development through intensive preparation courses.
The programs will include geoinformatics, cadastral mapping, surveying technician training, cybersecurity for government, land record management, and advanced GIS training using ArcGIS Pro. The ArcGIS component is particularly significant. It will prepare the NLA staff for the transition to electronic land registration solutions.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says that the program will facilitate secure land rights, stronger institutions, and sustainable development through easier and more transparent land ownership.
Many Jamaicans have experienced land administration as slow, opaque, and difficult to navigate. We are determined to change that. We are building a system that is faster, more accurate, more accessible, and more responsive to citizens, investors, planners, and communities.
Jamaica has approximately 900,000 plots of land, of which only 500,000 or 55% is titled. Minister of Land Titling and Settlement, Robert Montague, said the program significantly boost land reform.
The National Land Agency of Jamaica has two programs which the Koreans are investing heavily in systematic, but also the ad hoc program. The systematic program is where the government comes in, does all the surveys, all the legal work, and then there's a bill at it.
All right, so
Not good. Not good.
we covered. We shared what we wanted to, wanted you. Anthony, amplify information. Only, we know everything gone E. You have
Electronic.
E this and you have E that electronic.
So it means digital. It just means digital.
Yes. So the whole licensing, motor vehicle licensing thing, that gone digital.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're having land registration
gone
digital. So from now, you don't have to go to NLA any at all. You don't have to go NLA where it concerns, where anything land is concerned. You can do it digitally. Because you think
but you have to see the big picture, you know.
Gone further than that.
Yeah, because all right,
know.
so Larry Fink said,
Mm-hmm.
all right, so the lady that we played before, she said she got a real estate meeting.
Yes.
And she recognized, say, boy, yo, all of the real estate thing I forgot become digital on the blockchain.
Yeah.
And then she said you can own a part of Empire State and because it's not on the blockchain.
Yeah, Shard is a pretty building.
Yeah, on the blockchain.
Yes.
Then Larry Fink said all of the land, all assets I forgot on the blockchain.
Yeah.
And so them can now make those into financial instrument investing. That's all. I say we have a deal now with the Korean government to digitalize the lands in Jamaica. So if it was just a Jamaican situation where this is now an advancement of the services and access to your thing, then it will be good.
Yeah.
But then him put a caveat. Him said the rural. That's what he said. He said the rural and Jamaica cannot be. Maybe you have to play it again. Jamaica can't be left behind. You have to keep pace. No, so what the rural have to do with the services that they are doing in Jamaica as it relates to land? Land supposed to be the ownership of the citizens of the country, no, so.
Yes.
Or investors or something like that. So what the rural have to do with full land?
But then the lady saying, the lady, she come from a meeting. The meeting was in 2026.
Right.
But then she hears some things. We are the things that they hear about. Because the Koreans are here working.
No, man, play it again. Because the man say we're hub. Them say we're hub for the Caribbean, regional hub.
Yes.
We are going to train them.
Yes. And at some point, he made mention of it's a platform of opportunity. We're going to hear it. A platform of opportunity. Now I'm wondering, it's a platform of opportunity for the holders of the land or the owners of the land. You know, we're going to hear it.
But remember the premises, you know, if you look at the model, because remember the world, how the system is being set up. The world is using the model of Joseph and Egypt.
Yeah.
So if you notice all the components that affected Egypt, so Joseph could garner in all the assets of the people of Egypt.
Yeah.
We are now seeing them being put in place. So you have the famine. So pretty soon we're going to see that most things are rationed. So the energy are rationed, the food are rationed. You know what I mean? Electricity,
water,
all the implements, water,
yeah.
the air where you breathe, everything is going to be rationed.
Yeah.
So those components are being put in place. Then now, the people now would give up whatever other assets they have. So your motor vehicle, which would be the horse and the asses and so on.
Yeah.
That has been digitized already.
That's one of the first.
Well, I know, man, I'm money no fail yet in Jamaica, you know. Remember, I said we're not going digital currency fully yet, you know.
Yes.
And that done for you already. And then it reached a point now where them say, all right, listen, Pharaoh, we'll give you with body and with land. Bodies and land.
Yeah.
So once you see the land, I go, I can read it now, man. Genesis 47 verse 18. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord.
Yeah, you know you know already.
But it was a strategy by Pharaoh, you know. First, we had to take the money out of the land. And so what they expected was what the people were saying to them. So the people must say, boy, brother, we reach a stage where we not hide it from you, know. But Pharaoh said, we know already, man. Like, how we do it, you know. We take advantage of the crisis. Him said, we will not hide it from my Lord. That our money is spent. Means so we not have no money.
Yeah.
My Lord also have our herd and cattle, all our assets. Except, right? So you have our herd and cattle. There is not part left in the sight of my Lord,
Mhm.
but our bodies and our land. So the bodies come first, and then the land.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this case, we see the land. I will tell you where we reach. Where we reach in the scheme of things is that them reach the land. So why is it that we not see the bodies?
Yeah.
In our case, our bodies would be the digital ID. So we see in the land, them say them are digitalize the land. Once they digitalize the land, you don't have no access to it, and you're one again. So what is there? What the digital ID there? The digital ID is the bodies. It means that something will go happen. Something will go happen.
Yeah.
Because you can't have the land, you can't take the land without the bodies. And then look at the ultimate result of taking the bodies and the land.
Yeah.
Genesis 47 verse 21. And as for the people, that's the bodies, he removed them. He removed them to cities
from one end of the borders of Egypt, even to the other end thereof.
Why you move the people? Because them have to go in a 15-minute city so you can have total control
of them.
Why you think so the man them are day and night to build the construction that is happening in Jamaica right now?
Man,
why you think
the trucks, man?
Up and down, then can't get no rest. Why you think this is happening now? Because you will have to be moved from your land and go in a cities. 15-minute cities.
Yeah.
Play them again.
And these cement trucks are using cement. You know that?
Cement scarce.
Cement scarce, but cement trucks, cement.
Why you think you get scarce? Because the projects have to be completed. And once those projects are completed, you know what going? The bodies. Yeah. So you see everything is put in place. All the different entities are being prepared. Once that is, then you integrate everything.
And the bodies are being prepared also.
Part O. I think when did we do Part O? Tuesday? Part O, and yesterday you guys look at it. The Pan American Health Organization, they signed a deal. On May 12th, and then says a boat is a massive load of safe and effective poison.
Yeah.
What do you think will go happen? You think people are gonna go out and hold out their hand and say, "Yeah, man, give me the thing, man"?
So they're gonna feed that to
There
us.
has to be a major situation that will warrant us begging them to give us. We see everybody here. Remember, the people then come to fear and then fear go and say, present to nobody. You know? The people then come and say, fear us, see everybody here. And then if you take everybody, just go and take the land to man.
Well, the man before Palantir, when him? World Economic Forum.
Larry Fink.
No, the one before Davos man there. World Economic Forum man.
Is
Carl Schwab.
Carl Schwab, okay.
He said that what is coming will make what
COVID.
Right.
COVID-19 field
if we get the opportunity to be here on Sunday evening, we'll be sharing some more information. We'll be digging deeper into this because trust me, something on the horizon.
You can't believe you can't believe this is a news. The man said, all right, so them say Jamaica have over 900,000 parcels of land. Right? And them say 500,000 already is already titled.
Yeah.
400,000, have up in a limbo. you would have thought then that, all right, so 500,000 more than half of the parcels of land has already been titled. So
Yeah.
if you're going to now do a digital system or whatever else, I think the first phase of it would have been to deal with the part when not titled. No, so
Yeah.
so because you're trying to get Jamaica up to a particular standard. But it's not a standard. It is a global requirement part of the global order. You put everything on the blockchain so you can own and control everything.
Well, we're told that by 2030
You will own nothing.
own nothing.
And you'll be happy.
I'm told that we'll also be happy.
You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. And so people are thinking, so you're going happy and you don't own nothing. Well, they are connected to the Internet of Things.
Yeah.
Elon Musk say your cell phone will be you, your digital ID will be you, you're part of the fourth industrial revolution. So they are going to program AI to tell you that this is happiness. Can you imagine a system? You are no longer pure human, and the system is going to manipulate you. So now that you have your senses, now that you're conscious and you're able to think,
Yes.
stay away from the digital system.
For those who still have the senses intact. Yeah.
Stay away from the digital system and the institutions that encourages you to be a part of it.
How I see this, sorry.
And that includes the people who were put in place to promote the digital ID, the churches. The churches were put in place to promote it. Stay away from them, because you are not going to be any longer human. And this is the model that they are following. Joseph in Egypt. As soon as them get your land, get you the person, them take your land and them will move you. 15 minutes sit you got.
Might tell you to leave.
No, them not tell you to leave, them will move you.
Because movement there, you know, it's a really a forced movement, you know. Yeah.
But what the Bible says, Revelation 13:15, and he calls it all.
You got to go whether or not you want to.
Yeah.
And you know, people or Jamaicans who hold on to their land. You know. They're not even using it, but them.
Yeah, because land is remember, you know, man, the children of Israel were given land and you were not supposed to sell it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to move from generation to generation. Yeah. Revelation 13:15. Play your thing, man, because
been a point of contention. A $1.4 billion program to modernize land titling has been announced. On Tuesday, the government signed off on the Land Administration Capacity Enhancement Project through a partnership with the Korea International Cooperation Agency. It's expected to bridge the gap between land possession and the title.
But land title is more than a document, it is a platform for opportunity. And this project is about building that platform at scale. Across the world, public administration is being transformed by data, digital platforms, geospatial intelligence, automation, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. Jamaica must keep pace.
Jamaica must keep pace. So all right. So you say it is a platform for opportunity, right? But then you say across the world. It's a platform for opportunity. It should be for Jamaicans.
Yes.
Not so.
Yes.
Jamaican land, Jamaica. But then you say, you know, across the world. And then you start talking about whatever the hyphenated term. I want you to understand there's a term that they use, geofencing. Geofencing.
Welcome, Geo.
Yeah. Geofencing. So you say, a whole lot of people say, man, I know up a bush and I know around a bush and I mean, I'm not dead for hungry because I can go around a bush and we can pick two coconut and breadfruit and
dig something.
And dig something, some bado and some wild yam and we know them thing there. Yeah, there's a thing called fencing. You hear about all of the geo we talk about? It means that when you go outside and you go up on the people in land, because it's no longer your land.
Yeah.
You're going to see some Jones come over here and say, come out of the place.
Or I go fence you.
Because
I go defend
once you go
silly.
across those
Mhm.
geofencing, once you
Mhm.
cross them line, because the land is now mapped spatially from space, it mapped, so it have some whatever.
Yeah.
And once you cross them thing there, them pick you up. And them now go come themselves. Them send drone. What do you think the drone technology is all about?
Yeah, and some drones are equipped with some things that can harm
Infrared
you.
and
You know, so when you have the sign that says trespassers will prosecuted,
prosecuted again.
they
Man.
can
Because
prosecute you.
yeah, because you're outside of you're no longer
Yeah.
human, you know.
Mhm.
So you're going to be treated as chattel because that's
can't go
where you
court.
are.
You can't
Yeah.
go court.
What kind of court?
You're the palm.
Yeah, you're gone. You're outside of the system.
Mm-hmm.
So what is coming? You know, the Bible tells us in Daniel 12 verse 1, a time of trouble such as never was. And never in the history of humanity you have a system where they take away all of the land from you.
And you can't picture it.
No, because
It's a
you
time
think
I never
you
was,
are gonna sell, you have to sell your land. No man, once it become digitalized, it goes on the blockchain, it is tokenized and a fee again. You know what I mean? Them will give you universal base. Remember, say you can't work neither, you know.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be working. So how you going to maintain? How you going to pay the taxes? Out of them universal basic income, you know. Anyway, sorry.
Let's see if I can still play it with this thing. Play with this thing.
Jamaica must keep pace. The project.
Yeah.
So Jamaica must yes.
Yeah.
Jamaica must keep yes.
The project will be implemented by the National Land Agency (NLA) with technical partners including Korean Land and Geospatial Informatics Corporation and will run in stages. It will run until 2031 with the first phase to set institutional arrangements and establish the Land Administration Innovation Center and eventually become a hub for practical trainer development through intensive preparation courses.
The programs will include geoinformatics, cadastral mapping, surveying technician training, cybersecurity for government, land record management, and advanced GIS training using ArcGIS Pro. Cybersecurity for government, land record management.
You never heard.
Yeah, man, but alright, so it's all about being innovative where land is concerned and land titling is concerned. So how that are going to include cybersecurity for government? It should be cybersecurity for the people. Or cybersecurity for government. So when we tell you say this geofencing and all of this and thing, whatever talk about cybersecurity for government.
You'll be tokenized. You'll be on the blockchain. But Anthony, this is serious because what it means now that any action you wish to take concerning your land, you have to get permission. You can't just get up this morning and say, boy, I do X, so I go to a JP and say one thing and sublet and give them on the piece or
Well,
it's no longer yours.
I don't feel.
Can you do all of those things and it's not necessarily documented anywhere? Can you just have your paper? JP signing. JP now get a copy to upload it hand for 125 years to somebody and nobody else knows.
Right.
Because the documents are there.
Yeah.
You hold one,
I
person hold one. That can't happen again.
Mercy.
It cannot happen again because it's no longer yours as it was before. Yeah, to the extent to which it was before, because I never yours from day one. But yeah, they give like a power to you.
Yeah.
You feel like, you know? All right. We are here. This thing is getting worse on my side.
On your side. All
All
right.
right, wrap it up and give us a closing prayer. You know. But we'll
Luke,
have to
Luke,
be back Sunday, God's willing.
yeah,
You know, and
finish
to,
up. Luke,
to add
Luke
and
21.
continue.
Luke
Mm.
21. 'Cause it's coming in. Yeah, Luke 21. 26.
Yeah.
But let's look at 25. Most time when you read the Bible, you think that the information that you are reading,
Mhm.
it seems unreal.
Yeah.
How can this happen? Luke 21:25 says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth, and upon the earth, the stress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." Perplexity means there's no way out. So, for the people and for the world are the government. But verse 26 is very telling. It says, "Men's hearts failing them for fear."
Yeah.
Things which are coming upon the world, upon the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yeah.
When you read this and you say, men's heart feeling them for and you say, what kind of thing can come where man are gonna just drop down heart attack all over the place? Men's heart feeling them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. All right, so think about this. The thing where you just play with the Jamaican Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And news, news, it come on the news and people hear it. And, and people hear it and say, man, Jamaica advance. No, sir. All right, so give them another year or so, and when all of the digital system locks into place.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of when they realize, but me lose everything? Everything now, me have to go ask permission. If my credit score not the up to par, me can't do nothing with my own asset. What do you think about? I mean, invest so much money on my house. Some years, yo, I have to go move because this now is nature preserve. And you have to comply, because if you don't comply, then your credit score will go down. And you can't drive your car, you can't do nothing.
And you can't rebel. You can't rebel.
Oh, you go rebel, because if you rebel, you're going close lower. So you're not living nowhere, you're not no food.
Yeah.
Men's heart feeling them for fear.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? So no, all of these things are interlocking, and we don't really see, we can't see the big picture, because we can't believe, say, humanity is that dangerous.
Yeah.
How you can plan something like this, and with a straight face you come and tell we say, I feel we good, we benefit.
Platform opportunity.
Yeah. How with a straight face you say, boy, yeah, investment in the future, and Jamaica gonna be, because we are on par with all the rest of the world. Yeah, we're on par with the rest of the world, because we are part of a one world order.
Yeah.
One world religious order and a one world global government. So we have to be on par. Now the Larry Finks of the world, the Elon Musk of the world, and the Palantir guy, Peter Thiel, and all of these guys, they are now, everything is now being put in place so that these guys now can control all the assets globally, all the people globally. Wonder if you understand what is happening. Well, the information is there. The Bible tells us that Revelation 12:17, the dragon was wroth with the woman, and he went to make war with a remnant. We think that outside of Christ, we have freedom. We have the opportunity to own what we have and all of that. But if you notice, the other side is now telling us that there's no freedom. Everything is right back in the hands of Satan and his emissaries.
So you're cornered.
So yeah. So it better you make a choice. At least you have a chance now to make a choice. Because if by 2030 you will own nothing and you will be happy, it means that you will not have the opportunity to make choices.
Yes.
You won't have the ability to choose. Now that you have the ability to choose Christ. Yeah, come back to a relationship with him. And I caution you about those religious institutions that are out there. They are there to ensure that you become enslaved by the system that is there. Read the Bible, talk to God. The Holy Spirit will give you the information that you need
And direction.
and direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us pray. Loving Father, we are thankful. We are always thankful that you have given us this opportunity so we can have this kind of conversation. We pray that you will and that we'll make the right decision as it is to you. Protect us to come. Just name. Amen.
Thank you, Anthony, for partnering with me this morning. Let me hope that people were informed and do make use of the information they receive. Until Sunday after, God's willing, we'll be having nature with the new bird kind. And we'll be having Anthony again in the evening.
With Rohan.
Rohan.
Oh, Anthony.
Until then, I will sounds so good and God with you.
Yeah.